Welcome back to Rules for Radical Christians. I am William Green. Module 17, Mechanics of Influence from a Non-Dominant Position. To equip the student to operate as a strategic Christian presence inside hostile or captured institutions, distinguishing faithful engagement from silent complicity. Building the competence base today, we are going deep on the angle of strategic application and why it matters right now on the mountain of religion. Before we begin the teaching, a current story that illustrates everything we are about to cover. America's founding promise of religious freedom has long coexisted with prejudice, even as many Christians have worked to confront it. While religious minorities have often faced hostility, many Americans have long believed in religious liberty and a more inclusive society, writes a historian of American religion. This story illustrates Rule 12 operating on the mountain of religion. The documented mechanism, incremental pressure, shame reframe. The antidote to Alinsky is not better Alinsky. We do not counter deception with better deception, nor do we counter amorality with a Christian version of pragmatism. To do so would be to lose the war before the first battle is fought. For our struggle is not merely for political power, but for the preservation of truth. Jesus himself commanded us to be innocent as doves, but also shrewd as snakes. For too long, the church has excelled at innocence but failed at shrewdness. We have treated strategic thinking as unspiritual, leaving the mechanisms of cultural influence in the hands of those who oppose our values. This is Alinsky Rule 12 in operational deployment on the mountain of religion. The mechanism is sophisticated, unified in methodology, and repeatable across every institution it targets. The adversary does not need coordination at the top level. The tactics self-replicate because they work. The student who has internalized Lesson 2 possesses the competence-based leverage that creates the platform for influence. The question that Lesson 3 must answer is, once that platform exists, by what mechanisms does a minority actor actually move an institution's culture and decisions in a directionally This is the question of influence mechanics, and it requires a forensic understanding of how power actually operates in institutional environments, filtered through the ethical sieve that prevents the Christian from adopting the adversary's amoral methodology. The first mechanism of non-dominant influence is relational trust. The biblical counter-strategy is not aspirational, it is operational. Matthew 10:16, the command is simultaneously a diagnostic and a strategic directive. The diagnosis is accurate, we are sheep in the midst of 1 Corinthians 1:27. The theological reality behind this verse has direct strategic implications for the minority actor inside a hostile institution. On the mountain of religion, documented pattern. The mountain of religion has documented cases of this exact mechanism playing out in real institutions. These patterns repeat across every mountain. The counter-strategy is documented, repeatable, and biblically grounded. Here are the specific response steps. Step 1. Map your relational infrastructure. Identify every individual in your institution with whom you have a relationship of genuine trust, not ideological agreement, but the deeper trust that comes from demonstrated integrity and reliability. Assess which of these individuals are privately resistant to the institutional direction, but have not yet found the courage or the framework to articulate their resistance. These are your primary candidates for coalition development. Step 2. Practice consistent non-participation without public confrontation. Develop the discipline of simply declining to participate in rituals of ideological affirmation. The pronoun usage demand, the mandatory workshop, the petition signing, without making public declarations or ideological speeches at each point of declination. Step 3. Build a documented prediction record. When you observe your institution entering a new phase of the capture sequence or deploying a specific Alinskyite tactic, write a brief analytical memo for your own records and for trusted colleagues, predicting the next institutional move and its likely timeline. When your predictions prove accurate, share the retrospective analysis with your trusted network. Accurate prediction is the fastest route to moral authority inside a skeptical institution. Influence from a non-dominant position inside a hostile institution is not a matter of heroic individual confrontation. It is a matter of patient, consistent, strategically intelligent deployment of the mechanisms that actually move institutions. Relational trust, principled consistency, accumulated moral authority, and coalition construction. Everything we covered today is documented in the book Rules for Radical Christians, available on Amazon. The full course, with Module 1 free, is on School. The Shield Wall community is available for download. All links